everyone, this is Leimomi, Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and I wanted to, it froze for a second. So I wanted to jump on here to, tell you about my new discoveries that I found going into the higher level of the akashic records. And for today's topic, for my soul aligned manifestation abundance live stream show, I want to share with you this new type of knowledge that was just by exploring this, and then also I wanted to share with you how does that translate in terms of activating your highest psychic gifts. So if you just jumped on, just say hello and just let me know that you're listening in. I see Celine is here. And it kind of froze for a second, so hopefully it's okay. Everybody could actually hear what I'm saying. So what actually happened was I was writing my webinar, and I was trying to bring in the new information that I need to share for my webinar this coming up on this Sunday, which is activate your highest psychic gifts webinar. And so when I was channeling this new information in, I always knew that there's the Akashic records, and there's actually the secret records in the Akashic records, which is a much higher level of access. But I never really had the chance to go and play with it, because I just know what's the different levels that needs to happen for a person to get really, really into that alignment piece. Your soul and your business alignment. What's your business marketing archetype? What's your manifesting blueprints? What's your unique way that you express yourself in your biz model, and all of those kind of stuff, right? To me, those are very important information, but I never really thought about what else could I do until now that I'm in a more expanded version of my business, and I'm helping much higher level entrepreneurs. So today when I was writing my webinar, I was like, wow, this is cool. The information that was coming through for my soul, I was just doing it for my soul actually. And it was incredible, the depth of what, when you access at that level, what is the meaning of accessing it, and why would you need that, right? So that was one of my biggest questions for myself, why would I need to get into that higher level of the Akashic records? And so basically I asked that question. So what's the point of this level rather than, accessing the other 10th dimensional levels that I already accessed for a soul? And I got the response that actually it's all about getting into your higher remembrance of the way that your soul was designed, and also for your divine mission and what your higher psychic gifts is all about. So what I actually found by just exploring this for myself, and I was just typing away. Honestly, I was just channeled in, and I was just typing away, and I was like, wow, this is cool information. So I'm going to share with you what I found in terms of my Akashic records, how does that work, okay? So every soul has their own unique blueprint, their unique soul's design, and how it wants to express itself here on Earth. And so when I went to the higher Akashic records, I was looking into what would be that new level for that person, right? The more expanded version of the person. So I basically did that for myself. And so this is what I found out about myself. So there is actually, there's 4 core information that I found out for my type of higher psychic gifts. And when you take my new program coming up, the 30-day Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts in 30 days group program, I'm going to share with you your personal higher psychic gifts and how that is going to translate into your actual business model, and also for your life, of course. How are you going to use that, right? So what I found out for my soul was that one of my main gifts is of presence and sacred space, right? So what I found is when I create sacred space, like my higher level, when I went into this higher level of Akashic Records, I found out that my higher level of creating sacred space actually is all about activating the grids on Earth, right? Like activating core central vortices or the ley lines that are like energy points of the Earth, right? Because of course, Mother Earth is just like our body. She has a body, which is the Earth's body, right? We also have our body, right? We have our energy body, we have our spiritual body. So does Mother Earth. So there are certain parts of Mother Earth that has blockages, right? So that's what really the grid work is about, is there are certain souls that can have access to being able to open up energy points of Mother Earth that is so central for her to expand, and her magnetic plates and all of that stuff is all happening right now. And she's up-leveling her consciousness just as we are, right? So I realized when I went into records, I was like, wow, this is like one of my biggest things is creating that sacred space to activate those grids for Mother Earth. And right now I'm activating the grids here in Maui to establish the City of Light in Maui. And so that's the bigger picture of what my highest psychic gift would look like. So when I started adding this piece actually to my business model, and started to creating more healing and loving, connected communities, this is very important for us to establish this right now. So even in your life, in your business, you really want to have access to your higher psychic gifts this way. So this is one of the major higher psychic gifts that I have. And the second thing was being actually able to hold any of my group programs, which is my Soul Line Manifestation Challenge, the 14-day one and the 30-day one program that I'm going to do now. And this is about me teaching people how to use their divine soul blueprints of their Akashic records and manifesting whatever they desire. And that's very, very specific to my higher psychic gifts, right? So I'm able to read what the soul desires, what that translates into creating revenue in your life or your business, or how to make that into soul and business alignment. And then when I noticed actually when I started adding this piece into my business model, like this is when I made more than 10 times my revenue. And so because that's, again, my other highest psychic gift. The other one was being able to initiate these new soul line ambassadors or leaders into becoming source. And this is going to be through my ambassador program. And what I found is that what I'm doing on my higher level is I'm communicating with the other star systems of every individual souls and also the Galactic Council, so that can translate as me being the conduit for their particular soul's star information to be translated into their divine mission and how they can impact millions, and and through being one leader at a time, like helping them step into their leadership, right? And then the fourth thing that I found going into my higher records in the Akashic records was that what I'm doing actually is I'm clearing the new soul-aligned ambassadors, their soul level blocks of success, so that everything in their life and business is in complete alignment and they can have it all. And I'll be able to give them access to their higher psychic gifts and so that nothing could be blocking them from stepping into their highest potential, leading their tribe. So what I found is knowing this information of your higher level in the Akashic records, what I'm doing for everyone is I'm going into the secret codes of their higher psychic gifts and activating it into the remembrance of their own unique abundance codes and helping them to realign to their unique template of their 10-dimensional aspects and those soul level blueprints, right? Because a lot of our soul level blueprints have been tainted by the choices that we've made. We have code corruptions that's interrupting us in our connection to source. And when I add this piece, actually, this is what I do, right? I make 10 times my revenue. So do you see, like, this is my expanded version of my higher psychic gifts. So when I go into your higher level of your akashic records, I can actually access this information of what exactly is those unique things that you would set up in your life and business so that you can create more revenue, you can be able to step into your leadership, you can be able to like have more access to your bigger gifts in a much more expanded nature than what you're doing right now. So this was so cool. Like I went for the purpose of understanding it, right? But now that I understand that deeper level of my own gifts, then also I can also help other people. So the importance of why you need to know your higher psychic gifts, in my opinion, is because you'll know like your unique way that you show up, right? Like your unique way of what feels good to you to step into your leadership that way, right? Because honestly, everybody, their soul's gifts, if you're doing maybe like things that maybe you just like enjoying right now, but it's not really aligned to your unique nature, you're not able to have access to a much like a higher level of abundance directly from source. So me finding out in my own records, like by going in there, I was like, wow, cool. Okay, so I activate sacred grids for Mother Earth. I clear soul level blocks to success for their higher dimensional aspects to realign, connect to source, right? I'm initiating soul aligned leaders. I'm creating these group programs that are helping people to like teach them how to use their template, how to use their soul's blueprints. See, that is very specific to my type of soul, right? I can actually go in your records, in your higher level of your records, to find out more of these kind of core information, because when I was reading many people's blueprints, I realized that there is a particular archetype or a particular way that your soul just loves being itself. Like, you know, like, because I'm a healer soul, I'm meant to heal and help create love and connection. If you're a power soul, you're meant to like empower people to get off from their butts and, you know, create the life that they desire and create a freedom lifestyle that's aligned to their soul, right? Or if you're a creator type of soul, you're really meant to just, you know, create tangible creative experiences, whether it's like through art or through you know, through like painting or experiences where people can have fun, right? Or if you came from a star system that was all about entertainment, then obviously everything in your life and business needs to revolve around being entertaining. Do you see what I mean? So I saw from everybody's soul's gifts like how unique it is and why you would need to have access to that part of your soul's gifts. It will just make things much more flowing in your life and your business, and you feel really like clear, you know, that you're just acting upon it from that perspective that it feels good, that you're in flow. But a lot of times we think that we are like a trainer, so like maybe we teach yoga, but in reality, actually, we're not that. We're much more about healing. Or you're doing techie work, right? But which is all about organizing systems and structures and stuff like that. But actually, your soul is all about mindset and empowering people to create a freedom-based lifestyle of travel, of, you know, getting in media opportunities or speaking. Maybe you're a speaker type of soul and you're meant to write and speak, right? So accessing that higher level of your akashic records are so important for your evolution right now. And when you can see that bigger picture and bringing those aspects into your life or business, and it's seriously just like one or two tiny little pieces, and you start acting upon it, things will start to unfold faster. Like the things that you desire, like right now, maybe when you launch something, you only get 10 people. But when you actually are really in that soul alignment, right, or business alignment, so aligned to your soul's design, it not only will feel good, but it will feel like, wow, you got like 100 people signed up, right, instead of 10. So this is the capacity of when you operate in an expansive nature, how much more you will feel into your own soul's alignment, number one, but number two, that you would just be acting in accordance with the way that you're in flow with source, not because like, oh, I have to do it because I have to make money, or that it's just like this idea that came from somebody else. It's actually going to come from directly from source. You're going to be asked, to share this part of your knowledge, because you are your own self-expression. It's like source is coming through in the information, but it's not fully being embodied in your body right now because you're not clear about your unique soul's design. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today, because I found out way more information about my higher psychic gifts just by going into the higher akashic records, and I'm seeing more about how that really works in terms of how it's going to translate into my business. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to share more about this in my webinar coming up on Sunday about activating your highest psychic gifts and why you actually need to know that information in the first place. I kind of give you a snippet of what that would look like by me giving the example of what my higher psychic gifts are encompassing. Because I can tell you, like, it's so different from what I was doing from before, which was I was doing more like psychic business coaching, and where, I was kind of like doing readings and business strategy and stuff like that. And when I was doing it, it felt like it was a lot of work. Like, I could do it. It felt good. I got a lot of people, right? Like, I could help them, but it didn't feel good inside of my soul. But now that I've switched more into teaching people how to use their divine soul blueprints in their life and in their business, started doing group programs and doing grid work like this and for Mother Earth, and clearing soul level blocks for people in their higher akashic records, and like all of these things are just so aligned to my soul. It's so much easier. It feels like I'm in flow. I'm able to just launch, and people are coming into my program and services because it's more tailored from this business strategy stuff, but more into how can I help people to feel their soul? How can I help people to find their passion of their soul's gifts, right? So you have a very unique way that you may be aligning in the wrong direction, but it's probably like very similar. But if you just change that alignment to that way, like I just described to you, right? It's so different. You feel good. I really want this for you. I want you to see that potential, because it's time for us to shift into the real alignment of what our divine mission is about. And even if you are doing parts of what you know that you're meant to do, if it's not completely in alignment, you will feel it, right? Like it feels like there's a lot of work. So now you need to bring it all back, right, to truly what that's going to look like. And right now, Source is really asking us, how do you want to show up and express that part of yourself, right? Because it's actually ultimately our free will. But also Source wants to give you that ability to share from a different perspective from Source, right? And move into divine will. But if your business model and your whole life is not in alignment with truly that true passion, right, at that higher level of your expansive nature, it's going to feel like a lot of work. So I hope that helped everybody, right? Amanda said, so needed to hear this piece on coming into and being in alignment. Thank you. Good. I'm so glad. Hi, Michaela. Safra, Amaru, Katrina, Sharmi, Sarah, Karen, Michelle, Christy, Stephanie, Celine. Thank you so much for listening to me. I just had to spill this out because I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is what it's about. And it was just me just typing away, writing out my webinar. So I really want to share this new information. So on Sunday, I'm going to share that in my webinar, Activating Your Higher Psychic Gifts. On Sunday, 9 a.m. my time, Hawaii time, and 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's like 6 hours difference, right? So if you haven't already signed up, please do. And so I'm going to share with you guys this cool stuff. And then I'm starting the program starting November 1st to teach you exactly how to align to your most expansive higher psychic gifts so that you can manifest and utilize like everything that you desire. Because actually, honestly, the 14-day challenge was really transformational. In 4 or 5 days, people were manifesting like crazy already. So I'm going to take that to another level, but we're going to expand even more by me helping you get access to that higher psychic gifts, your higher psychic gifts. And it's just about being in that level and just staying in that level and taking aligned actions to your higher psychic gifts. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to test that. We're going to see like your unique way that you're going to be able to manifest even more. And it's going to be in 30 days. So imagine how much more, right, it's going to be. Sharma says, is it same time as in now? Do you mean like right now, the time? It's going to be 9 a.m. my time. Right now it's like 5:45 p.m. my time. It's like evening time here. So it's going to be like in the morning. So maybe, I think you're in Africa, right, Sharmi? Or on the other side of the world. So it's going to probably be evening time for you. Hopefully it won't be in like the AM time. Alright, so if you just jumped on in, listen to the replay, because I just shared some really cool information. And I will leave the link for my webinar for this Sunday, and also a link for the new program that I'm launching November 1st. So it's a good price right now, because honestly the 2 major group programs that I just made here is going to become my signature programs, and it's not going to be at that price, because I realize it's so powerful and it needs more support in it and everything. I'm going to make it longer. I'm going to tweak it a bit. So I feel like, how can I make that even a better program next year? All right, well, you guys have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Aloha.